A lot of people started Roblox back when these games were popular. Games like Zombie Attack or like Block Song were popular. A lot of people joined when those games were popular, and you don't really see games like that on the front page anymore because there's better games, obviously. You have Forsaken, you have Erpo. What the hell is an Erpo? Anyway, you have Fish now, you have Shrimp Game. I think if anybody says that like the very, very early 2010s era or even late 2000s era of Roblox was like the best era, I honestly don't believe you. And I know I wasn't there, so I can't really be like talking on that, but like the games there were much more like not developed because it was in the very early stages of Roblox. And I'll admit the games today are much better, and I hope that you can agree. But it's obviously the nostalgic memories that gets you like, hey, that was like the best era, so shut up, thank you. Like, whoa. Okay, but basically what the point of this video is to kind of talk about how Roblox kind of came to be and like what happened here, you know, like because a lot of people are more disappointed with Roblox nowadays. A lot of people say that like there are so many games, like you could probably scroll for hours and hours on all of these games, but like at the same time there's nothing to play. In my opinion, when I look at these games, they all sort of look the same to me. I know like Rivals isn't the same as Pet Simulator, but like let me try explain. They all seem to have the same kind of unoriginal kind of theme going on around it. And one example of this would be Block Fruits. There's a lot of games that are very similar to Block Fruits. There's one right here. You could just like tell what it could be about from the thumbnail. This one right here. There's a lot of games that are pretty similar on the front page, and I'm not hating these games. I'm not dissing anybody who likes to play these games. I just simply don't like these games, and that's the end of the story. There are games that are also just completely stupid in my opinion. A lot of older Roblox games, like once you found a game about literally shooting zombies, and the other Area 51 game where you survive from killers, that was the best thing on the page. But now you look at the front and home page and just simply aren't interested, and some games are just very repetitive and random. So basically an example of this is this random game that I found on a TikTok. Be Grass. Start as some simple grass, become cooler and better plants. It's great. Very, very creative. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, great. I get the concept. Basically what you do, you walk around and you eat plants until you can have 126 million. Okay. Okay, yeah, fine, I'm out of here. I'm always up for doing whatever the hell you want, but I'm judging you. And there's another one that I actually found literally not long ago. Grow Your Poop. You can already tell what this could be about, and this thumbnail is... it's not appealing. Grow Your Poop, I'm actually really excited. Look at all of these little pieces of shit. Literally though, they are pieces of shit. And I'm just gonna go now. Thank you. That's one factor of this video that I wanted to talk about. Another one is it's related to what we just talked about. All of these like games, all of these games that just, they feel so kind of like something isn't there for them. Like something just isn't really interesting about them. And that just makes everyone think that like, oh, there's like actually nothing to play on Roblox. That's why you open your computer, you say you want to play Roblox, and then you go onto the front page and there's literally nothing for you to play because it simply isn't like your taste. But like obviously if you scroll through these pages for hours and hours, okay, click on the games, go to recommended, you will find games that you will like. It just takes some time. There's a lot of underrated games and I have a few. This is like a special mention. Daisy's House. I made 2 videos on this game alone. It's really good. So there's this chick, her name's Daisy, she's right there. She's walking into a tree, maybe an invisible one because she's just walking. I won't try to spoil the story like at all, but basically she creates this alternative reality where she has a perfect life with perfect friends, but like there's something going on in the background, or there's these small hints around the game where you just need to find them and discover like what happened to Daisy, who is Daisy, like what is she, why did she do this, you know? And that's basically what you have to find out, and it's honestly a pretty interesting story in my opinion. When you join, it just seems like a normal house. You can go, you can talk to Daisy. She says some random bullshit that I don't care about. You just go around, fine, Daisy's house, whatever, but also something's odd about it if you just jump over on the edge and just go to the alternative reality. But basically what you do here is there's going to be like pictures on the walls, and you can teleport to other like experiences that are connected to Daisy's house, and they basically like explain her story, like what's up with her, like I said before, and then you can just go through all of these. So that's my number one recommendation if you're interested in story/horror games. It's not that scary. It's not scary at all, but it is pretty interesting, and it has a lot of dark themes around it. Another one, I didn't really play too much of it, but there's also Cute Girl 555. I played a little bit of it, got creeped the fuck out, but that's what I like in these games. It's also a story game. It's also some horror kind of games. I went in there and I had to shoot like 2 squirrels, so then I was like, yeah, I'm okay. But if you do like shooting animals, then I recommend this game. Then another one, I was actually supposed to do this for a video, but like I will soon. It's called The Dream Survey, and honestly very interesting as well. It's an adventure type game, probably story also, and if you were a fan of weirdcore and dreamcore games in like 2020 to 2021, and even now if you still are, then I recommend this game. And that's kind of what I'm talking about, like these underrated gems. There are a lot of games that don't get recognition at all and are kind of hidden just deep in the shadows, you know, of this entire place, okay, where there's just tons of different things nobody's interested about, like I said. And then there's also games like that. I actually forgot about this one. I played this not long ago, literally a month ago. I got hooked. It is an exploration adventure. It's kind of annoying though. I crashed out and I started to cry because I was very annoyed. They're giving you like these little destinations, and they give you these sort of obstacle courses to do in them, and you need to figure out like how to get to the next step. It's pretty long also. It directs you to a total different game at the end. There's also a special mention that I want to say, vibe games. I think vibe games, they can be very horrendous. Let me get into this. A lot of you definitely know what vibe games are. The reason for these games, why I think like they're not sort of bad in a way, it's just like, wait a second. There's a lot of weird things that have happened in these games because they have beds. I know probably they weren't. I hate it here. But basically what people did is they would use like showers, beds, and bathroom vibe games to do weird shit. And that's why these games have such a bad reputation, and that's why they have such a bad name now when they're mentioned. What the hell is that? Anyway, going on. Listen, if you haven't come across anything like NSFW, like any NSFW content in these kind of games, then you're safe. But the original idea with these games were just to chill and relax. Literally the name of some of these, vibe and chill. But some people decide to go overboard with it and try and do something else, which is not really okay. I don't know if any of you guys have like different opinions, but like definitely we could agree that there was something going on with these vibe games. There weren't just like these normal vibe games where it's a house with beds, but there was also pools, there were bathrooms with showers, and oh my god, the showers were horrendous. And yeah, so the summary for that factor was vibe games are definitely horrendous. There are vibe games that are genuinely good. I've played vibe games that are enjoyable, believe it or not. So see, you can literally just sit here for hours. You can do that. Vibe games can actually be enjoyable, like these ones that aren't revolved around showers and bathrooms, because people will find any way to make it not safe for work and just ruin it by being a creep. But at the end of the day, do I care? No, not really, but I still want to talk about it because I think you guys are weird as hell. Did anyone else know someone who just killed a frog? Like, was this a canon event in primary school? Because this sure reminded me. Or maybe my classmates were just mental. And just to summarize what I've said in this video, which is mainly opinion based, the games on Roblox don't hit the same for the main reasons probably being you've gotten older, there isn't any games you like, or it just sucks. And then I just added in a few other things, like talking a bit about vibe games on Roblox, and then a few of my personal favorite underrated gems that no one probably wants. But if you are interested, I'll list those games and others I found in the description. And I couldn't care if you play any of the games I said were boring in this video. You do you. Thank you. Bye.